viewer feedback. Hey, welcome back. Just a quarter of the way into hour two, and we're rocking and rolling today as we do every day. We're at the Newsmax headquarters in Midtown Manhattan. We're at the Question Tequila Studios. And, when you have Rose Tennant and you have Jackie Phillips and it's Woman Wednesday and things are getting, serious, it's getting hot in here, I'm not going to take off my clothes. But I will bring in April Macie. Thank you for joining us today on Liquid Lunch.
I like your pocket square.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome.
April is a stand-up comic, and we talk about politics and markets and geopolitical and bombing the oil fields and all this other crap. But we always try as hard as we can to keep it a little light around here. You're featured in a Netflix documentary. I want to take a quick look. Check this out, okay? Tiffany Haddish presents They Ready.
I've been doing comedy for 17 years. There's no reason to be a lady comic if you had a normal upbringing. We were so poor. My dad bought all of his medicine at pet stores and insisted it was the same thing.
So, I don't know if I have this right, but who's Tiffany Haddish?
Oh, no. She's a giant movie star.
I don't know her.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's a giant movie star.
How tall when you say giant?
At least 7 feet.
She's probably 5'8".
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, when you said she's giant, I thought really big.
No, I mean
Really
her career has really well
Well, she
known,
must
skyrocketed.
Be young.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's
She was in Girls Trip with Jada Pinkett Smith and Queen Latifah, and that was kind of the launching point for her.
I love it. I thought
career.
that was like your pseudo name.
No, me?
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
So tell us about They Ready, and tell us what you find.
It's six female comics. Tiffany Haddish kind of threw ropes back to her friends. 6 female comics: me, Ida Rodriguez, Flame Monroe, Shantae Wayans, Tracy Ashley, Marlo Williams, and just 6 hilarious ladies just thrown together in one special.
Just getting out there throwing bombs.
Now, I was hoping to meet your husband while you were in town, but I understand he is in Italy, even though he's an Iranian citizen.
Yes.
And he's actually prohibited from coming into the country because of the travel ban?
Yeah, he
Tell us
sure
about that.
is. No, we got married September 2nd of last year, and then our visa was denied 2 weeks after our wedding.
Oh, boy.
Because of the travel ban. So, yeah, he's lived in Italy since he was 17, so I have to fly back and forth every month to see my husband.
The pain.
Well,
you have to live in Italy?
Those 20,
sounds horrible.
She's in Malibu and flying.
Yeah, it's 24-hour
A
round.
24-hour flight.
Yeah, each way.
That's tough.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, there's worse places you could be stuck living than.
See, that's
than
the
Italy.
best attitude what I've heard with respect to the travel ban. Look, there are worse places that you can
Yeah,
go.
you can't
stuck
have
in,
your
Islamabad
husband.
or something like that. You know what I mean? So, how is this Netflix comedy special? How is it taking off, and how's it affecting your career?
Well, I've been doing stand-up for 17 years, so my road numbers are better. You find yourself I want to sell a sitcom, and you want to sell that next thing. So the half hour becomes the hour, and then the hour becomes the TV show at that slow progression of that slow rise to the top.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we went from nothing to 1 hour in May to 2 hours in July. It's been a little quicker for us, Frankie. But,
I know, but her jokes are much funnier than yours.
yeah, I don't even have any jokes. I got
You
people
do
who
have a
text me
pocket
jokes.
square.
Yeah.
April.
Well, this pocket square, if you notice, it matches my tie.
I saw
See?
that. It's very fancy.
It's a package
very
deal.
dapper.
I got it in TJ Maxx.
Okay.
That's right.
All right.
So, April, your comedy focuses a great deal on relationships and on sex, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Where do you get most of your material from? I'm guessing now that you're married, you're out of the dating world. Where do you get inspiration for new
I mean,
material?
part of it's I also have dysfunctional family stuff, but I just feel like female sexuality is, people try to squelch female sexuality, and usually women are objectified for male pleasure. So I think if you reclaim and stop attaching shame to it, women can just have better self-esteem.
That's stunning. I mean, there's so many things that I can get myself in trouble for by commenting on that. But why is women's sexuality squelched? I feel like in this time of crazy social media,
I
women
feel
are
like
out there flaunting their bodies and
yeah, but
all
I think
this stuff.
it's
I don't have a
usually
problem with it,
it's
but I don't
usually
feel like
for
it's
male
squelched.
pleasure. I think if a woman reclaims her sexuality, it's usually then there's labels. I think men are taught to embrace who they are sexually, and women kind of have to squelch that a little bit. Yeah. No?
So do you feel squelched, John, or do you feel
I mean, I
that
don't
you're
even
embraced?
know that I have any sexuality. I don't know what I am. I just come in here and drink tequila and, read off all these notes that Frankie writes for me. I'm just like a robot at this point. You know what I mean?
So, people, it's available on. You're available on
Yes,
Netflix
it's currently
now.
streaming on Netflix.
And if you go to your website, aprilmacie.com, it's MACIE,
Yes.
they can hear some of the tracks off of your comedy album, No Shame, which is quite funny, I must say.
Thank you.
And so you're only in town for a limited amount of time. You're not performing anywhere here in New York.
No,
though,
I
are you?
leave tomorrow morning. I'm in St. Louis tomorrow.
Can I just
Funny
ask
Bone.
you this before we
Yeah.
go? I've been a long-time fan of Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah.
I think he's like one of these guys that really gutted it out, worked hard, was in the low-level clubs and
Yeah.
made it. And he kind of, people look at his comedy like the regular guy, like he tells stories about his family and identify with people. He made like that one joke about safe spaces on the Video Music Awards. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see it.
He was saying that, if anyone feels triggered at the VMAs by anything he says, don't worry about it because they've set up a room in the back
For safe
with
space.
safe spaces with blankies, and he was joking a little bit about it, and he got absolutely assassinated.
Really?
on
For
social
that? It
media.
seems
Yeah,
so
like,
innocent.
Who is this guy? Who even knows this guy? And I think he's one of the funniest guys.
She made the same joke at the AVN Awards when
Yeah, I
she
sure
hosted.
did. I sure did.
You hosted the AVN.
I
Awards.
did. They always have a comic host it. For years, it was like a David Tell and Jim Norton, and then it was this broad one year.
Hey, well,
Lisa
could have been worse.
Lampanelli.
That's
So,
amazing. I can see
thanks.
that. And the next time you come, hopefully we'll be talking about April Macie Presents.
Yes,
You know
I
what
hope
I mean?
so.
And you'll throw the line out to 5 new comedians.
Yeah.
But aside from the fact that all the women in this Tiffany Haddish special are women,
Yeah.
what makes this comedy special different from other stand-up specials that people have seen before?
I feel like you never see 6 women. It's always a pile of white dudes. It's rare, and there's diversity. It's rare do you get that kind of diversity in a special.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's many men's dream to see 6 women. You know what I mean? It's not a horrible thought.
You know what I learned from April in another interview? This is good for you because, you don't like going to the doctor, and I see you filling out all sorts of weird forms with your insurance and everything. I don't even know what, Nico, I see these conversations that you guys have about health insurance. You work harder on these health insurance forms, much harder, by the way, than you do
I
on
make
the
sure
show.
my kids have health insurance.
Yeah, exactly. But you don't need to. You know what her father does? I just learned this. Penicillin for fish.
Yeah.
He takes fish penicillin. You don't need to go get a prescription. You just go to the pet store. Fish penicillin.
Yeah.
And what does
You
that
get a
mean?
cold.
You get some goldfish, you squash them up, and
no,
it's like
no.
It's
a medicine.
actual penicillin that you can buy in pet stores.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're supposed to feed it to the fish if you feel like they're getting sick. But
If they have a wonky gill, you throw one in the tank, and that's what my dad gobbles in the winter.
Really?
So
How does he keep his fin tucked in when he goes out of the house?
I
Do you
don't-
start growing like fish items, like a tail or anything like that?
no.
Who has fish item? Who has fish penicillin? I never even heard of
I
this.
think pet
would
stores,
know-
right?
Yeah, Petco. Petco.
All right. Well, this was quite captivating, and
It sure was.
our audience only got to see like 30 seconds of your stand-up, but you got to go to Netflix and you got to check this out. Okay, you got to see April Macie. I'm gonna go online after and see her jokes from the AVN Awards because that will probably be quite,
He only watches it for the articles.
quite scintillating. But thanks for joining us for Liquid Lunch. It's
Thank
a
you
special
so
day on
much.
Wednesday, and we appreciate
Thank you
having
so
you here.
much.
And,
Thank you.
thank you.
Good to see you
create a little
again.
lighter mood, which we need sometimes in this crazy political landscape we're living in. It's going to get crazier right after this, so don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. Coming back at you in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, guys.
Great. Sorry about that.
No
I didn't know. I don't know who Tiffany Haddish is.